We now want to take the time to honor the work and the activism of Claudette Colvin, who recently passed away on January 13th in a hospice care facility in Texas. She was just 86 years old. She leaves behind a legacy as one of the trailblazers of the civil rights movement. And in March of 1955, a 15-year-old Claudette Colvin sat down near an emergency exit on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. At the time, African Americans were only allowed to sit there if the bus wasn't full, but were swiftly moved to the back once white bus riders came on. The bus driver then demanded the seats from her and her 3 other classmates, but Colvin refused. The bus driver called the cops on her for a refusal to comply, but Colvin noted that as she was being detained, they were heckling at her and making her feel uncomfortable. Such a traumatizing moment has also marked a hidden but a pivotal moment in Black history. After her arrest, Colvin had sparked local attention from news coverage and letters in admiration of her bravery. But despite the brief news coverage and the letters she was receiving locally, she was still not seen as the face of the civil rights movement. Just 9 months later, on December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks, the then organizer for a local NAACP chapter, also didn't give up her seat after a long day of work. She was arrested, and just days later, she became the face of the Montgomery bus boycott. Some of the alleged reasons why Colvin was not seen as the face of the movement were for a few major reasons. One of them was in part due to the fact that she was only 15 years old, and also because she came from a lower working class family. Another was that she was also pregnant with her first son at the time. But one of the most crucial points that was a major controversial issue at the time was for colorism. At the time, civil rights leaders decided that they wanted a particular image to appeal to the hearts and minds of the white masses, an image that Rosa Parks had closely matched. But nonetheless, in 1956, Colvin was still able to make an impact as one of 4 plaintiffs on the Broder versus Gale trial, which ruled that all segregation on public transportation was unconstitutional in Montgomery, Alabama. Shortly after, she moved to New York, but had some difficulty finding a job, especially after the trial, because she was ruled as a troublemaker. In 1960, she then began a career as a nursing aide in Manhattan, where she worked in a nursing home for 35 years until her retirement in 2004. Colvin is succeeded by her younger son, Randy, and her grandchildren, and will be remembered not only for her legacy of Black empowerment, but as the heart of her family. In an announcement from her family and the Claudette Colvin Foundation, they say that she was wise, resilient, and grounded in her faith. They also said that they'll remember her laughter, her sharp wit, and her unwavering belief in justice and human dignity. Colvin's viewing will be held on Friday, January 23rd from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Bush Lawn Funeral Home in Birmingham. The funeral service will also be held on Saturday, January 24th at 11 a.m. at Greater Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, also in Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you for tuning in to Civil Rights Daily News, your source for propagandalist reporting, recycling only the truth in rotation, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Samiha Charles. Have a good evening.
You are watching CRDN, Civil Rights Daily News.